Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. This is your girl Elizabeth, bringing to you a makeover I did over the weekend. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off by prepping the brows with Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade number 6. I'm going to prep and prime the skin with the Emberly's Moisturizer, and then followed by Too Faced Hangover Primer. We're going to go ahead and carve out the brows using the Tarte Shape Tape in Light. I'm using a flat synthetic brush to carve out the bottom part of the brow. Now using Painterly by MAC, I'm going to be applying it all over the lid with the IT Cosmetics brush 216. And you guys should know that this is one of my favorite brushes. I will be using the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette. Using the color Trade with a MAC brush 217. I'm going to be applying this color in the socket of the eye. I like to start off my colors from dark to light. I feel like I have more control and there's less blending to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab the color Sickening, and this is going to be my transition color, basically to buff out that harsh rim that we left behind. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab Trade and Shady with my Boulevard brush in B8. This is to create intensity and depth, but I really don't want that dark color to be too dark, so I'm going to go back in with my MAC brush, the 217, and I'm going to go ahead and buff it into the eye. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my brush from MAC, the 239, and a little bit of Painterly. I need some of that stickiness for the shadow in Beat to stick on. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab, I believe this is Pageant Queen, with the same MAC brush, applying it right under the waterline. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my glitter, Champagne Bubbly from Violet Voss, and I'm using the same brush, the 239. I'm using a little bit of the Too Faced Insurance, I believe it's Insurance Adhesive, and I'm just randomly applying it on the lid, and I let it get a little tacky before I apply the glitter. That way it's not so harsh on the lid. I feel like that's a mistake a lot of us do, especially when we're trying to do a look like this. So wait for it to get a little tacky and then apply the glitter right on top of it. And take your time with it too. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my NARS foundation, and this is, I don't know if I'm butchering the name or not, it's Punjab, and I'm applying it all over the face, and I like to use a stippling brush first. I feel like my product just works a little bit better with the stippling brush versus using a beauty blender right away, preference wise once again. And then I'm going to go ahead and contour with Macao, and this is one of my favorite foundations that I like to use to contour. It's like not too orangey and it's not too ashy or cool tone. So it just works really, really gorgeous in any skin complexion. Make sure that you guys are applying it under the jaw a little bit as well, you know, to give a little bit more depth to the face. Now I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light, and I'm going to be applying it right under the eyes and to line up my eyeliner. I like my eyeliner to look really sharp, so I feel like this works really good. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my 216 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and buff this out. And try not to touch your bottom eyeshadow too much. Now I'm going back with my stippling brush. I didn't grab any extra product. It's just so we can mesh the colors together and we don't have any harsh lines around the face. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my setting powder or translucent powder from Laura Mercier. I just like to melt it into the skin, and I usually just melt it into the skin under the eyes because that's where we tend to crease up really fast. I am going to, however, be applying a little bit on the sides of the nose just so we can sharpen up that nose a little bit more. So I'll leave it there, and then I'm using my Wet n Wild brush just to lightly apply translucent powder around the face. Now I'm going to be using Hoola Benefit bronzer, and I'm going to be using the same brush, the Wet n Wild brush, and I'm going to be bronzing her up a little bit where I contoured originally with Macao. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a highlighter, and this one is the Anastasia Amrezy collection that they have. I'm using a big blending brush. I don't know the number of this. I will probably list it down below later on. And I'm just going to highlight the highest parts of her cheekbones, on top of her brows, under the brow, on the lips, on the chin. Basically the highest points of your face. That's where we're highlighting. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony. And I'm using a soft angled brush. Remember, I'm using a soft angle. I don't want the line to be too harsh because she already has beautiful brows. So I'm just enhancing it a little bit more by lining them up. And remember, less is more, so don't try to go in there with a lot of product either. Now I'm going to be using the lashes in Dahlia by Amy June Lashes. And I like to use a duo latex free glue. I feel like it just gets tacky right away, and I don't have to wait so long to let that glue dry up. And make sure that you guys are really like putting the lash in there, not just applying and that's it. No, you need to wiggle the lash in there. Remember, we all have textured lids, so in order for that lash to last you the whole day, you do need to make sure that it's well secured. Now for the lips, I'm going to be using Colored Rain in Sugar. I did lip line the lips with the MAC Cork lip liner just to make the lips look a little fuller. I hope that you guys all enjoyed this video as much as I did. If you guys want to see more makeovers, let me know on the comments down below. And until then, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for sticking around and supporting my channel. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.